Scorpio, this is your weekly tarot card reading from Born Without Boundaries Tarot. It is for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising sign. It's also an astrology summary, and I'll sprinkle the whole reading with the astrology. Very important astrology this week, guys. We got to get right into it. Please do subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and ring that notification bell so you know when I upload your favorite content. Scorpio, there's always an extended reading, and I hope that you'll join me for that. The link is down below in the description box, and I'll attach it to the end of this video so you can click right on it and go right there. I also have a second YouTube channel called Astrology Motivation, where you can find me Monday through Friday doing live general tarot card readings, and you can live chat with me if you're a subscriber there. So please check out that channel too. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy it, and I always welcome your comments, guys. This is your reading, so please apply all the energies described where they resonate in your life. The astrology. The astrology is very powerful this week for you because the sun is conjunct to Pluto now, and it will be the entire week. Especially on the 18th, there'll be a perfect conjunction. And as I'm recording this, it's the 16th. So after you watch this on Tuesday, whenever you watch it, it's really January 18th where there's perfect conjunction. But there's a up to a 5-degree conjunction all week. In fact, it's even less than that. So I'm going to count this energy as all week long. This is going to really make you feel powerful, and you will be powerful, and you will be extremely influential, and you will be able to sway people easily, and you may become overbearing in some ways, or at least people can interpret you that way, as if you know there is an overbearing aspect to you just because the confidence level is extremely high. This is what's happening to your ruling dignitary. It is now in Capricorn. Please check your natal charts to see what house is ruled by Capricorn, because that's where these major life changes, transformations are going to be happening. Major. This is no turning back. This is also a time of when light comes into a dark space. So it's a great time to detoxify your life. Get rid of your old clothes, get rid of the cluster. If you have a storage unit, sell it, have a tag sale. Like, don't hold on to crap anymore. This is the time for the big purge, for you to make room for what is strong in your life and what does really still work and what does really still excite you. So this is the suggested, recommended for this week, from me to you. For Scorpios born between, I would say maybe November 16th, 17th, definitely 18th through the 22nd, end of Scorpio season, this Sun-Pluto conjunction is going to be sextile to your natal sun. So you will be extra empowered and encouraged and certain of how to move forward and the desire to move forward. And you will be experiencing endings to make room for new beginnings. Now, pretty much all Scorpios are going to be affected this way, but in some ways it's a beautiful support that the sun is there, helping you be brave through whatever endings you're experiencing. Now you're allowed, you're allowing yourself, you're able and capable of being able to see the way forward and be passionate about the future. So let's get into the cards, shall we? We have the Magician here, followed by the Strength card, and followed by the Fool. These are all major arcana, so fate is at play. Number one. Number two, it means your hard work, your determination, something you've been building, creating. Your manifestation has gotten so strong that you are now encouraged to start in that new direction, leave everything else behind. Very easy. And then we have this. which means it might be, I feel, especially with the astrology, this would be you doing stuff to other people. I'm just going to lay it out flat. So cross watchers, beware. If your Scorpio could be done with you right now, like this would be the time when they will walk the fuck away. And Scorpios, this, I don't feel like you're on the end of this. If you are, let me say this to you. If somebody's getting left behind, if somebody's getting dumped, if somebody's getting laid off, if somebody's feels like they're being discarded, it is because the universe is coming in and saying, you shouldn't have been there that long to begin with. You need to move your ass on. I'm going to be hard on you here simply because I love you and it's blatant. Like the universe is telling you this shit gotta go. And so some of you, and I'm going to call you out, this will be the more low vibrational Scorpios that need to balance yourself out, are going to feel like, why am I being abandoned? Why do I always lose? Why do I always, You're being blessed with freedom from shit you don't need in your way. Also, yes, this could be a time when you are experiencing actual loss that will not feel like a blessing. I am here to let you know it is. It is. And the quicker you see that your pain is coming from your mind and the way that you're looking at these things, the sooner you'll be able to move forward, liberated. Now, I know I'm going to get the comments of people, extreme losses, right? Trying to make me sound like I'm a bitch. Stop. Because A, that is not generally what is happening. And for those of you who are losing a loved one or experiencing a traumatic loss, you are going to feel left behind. You are going to feel, and certainly Pluto conjunct the sun can do that to you. It can all of a sudden change the way you see things and the way your life has been. It is not lost on me, the emotional stress that this causes, but it's also not lost on me the need to move forward and not stay stuck. And what this sun conjunct Pluto will do for all of you is reveal and shed light, bring to light not the bad things that have happened to you, but the emotions and the thoughts and the bad lessons you have held onto from the bad things that have happened to you that are causing more bad things to happen to you. And if you let those residual experiences go, then you could actually heal the initial experience. And it's not about get over it, it's move forward. Move forward, learn from those horrible experiences. What did it teach you? Because you're still here, even if somebody else is not. Whether they died or whether they left you or whatever. You're still here. So it's, why are you still there, stuck in that situation where you got left or dumped or hurt or disappointed or ill or sick? It is the residuals that came from that moment that will be brought to light, and that it is the perfect time astrologically to purge. Let's get into a moon card, because by the end of this week, on Saturday the 21st, we have a new moon in Aquarius. Some of you, your natal sun will be square to it. These would be Scorpios that are born in the very beginning of Scorpio season that are experiencing this square. Let's go on. A fiery climax approaches. So this is confronting, but also having the energy, but is like confronting, maybe arguing, yelling, screaming, finally letting the anger out instead of holding it in, not taking any more is all I'm going to say. Right? And then we have emotions are running high and meditate and contemplate. So in the past, what you've done is you've stayed silent, you've stayed still. Even though all your emotions were high, you didn't address them. You didn't address what the emotions were. You didn't let them out. right? It was all, let me be spiritual, let me find balance. And sometimes the best way to find balance and to be spiritually harmonized is to let it out, is to feel, to let yourself cry, to let yourself be angry so that it's done. Because anything that you tried to sort of balance out or meditate away, pray away. No, sometimes you got to trust your instincts and your gut and just let that shit out. Let it rip. But this also implies a new beginning because it's Aries energy. It's like now you're ready. You weren't ready before because you were still trying to work out the emotions and how you felt about things. Now you are absolutely ready, and you're not going to really give a shit about what confrontation you need. You need how you need to confront the situation. You're going to confront the situation. You will have that strength of character and self-esteem, conviction to be able to do that this week. Like I said, especially those Scorpios at the end of Scorpio season with the sextile to their natal sun. You will work this, okay? You will own this energy. And especially where it comes to authority figures, you could have some major clashes with authority figures now. Somebody trying to assume control over somebody else. If it's you, you will get dumped, you will get left. People will be done. It will be so big, maybe even bigger than you realize, maybe even bigger than you're not experiencing it from the other person's perspective, right? So it could even be that you don't even realize how big and maybe dominant you've become. And they're done. Like the only way to be okay is to walk away. Because there's no, whoever it is, whether it's you or them, there's no talking to somebody with this kind of dominant energy. And the biggest confrontation could be finally like, fuck it, I'm out. I'm not dealing with this anymore. I've said this to you a lot of times. Sometimes you win the war by surrendering the battle. You're just like, I'm not letting you drain my energy anymore. That's that kind of feeling, and it's just gotten so overwhelming. It'll be so overwhelming that you'll finally have the conviction to push on. So let's get some details, please, for Scorpio. Okay. We have people reviewing your work, or always feeling like your good work kind of goes unnoticed. Also a sense of you've been working really hard on something, since Virgo it could be anything. Virgo is sort of the process of working. That's not necessarily what you've been working on. So it could be work or relationships. But there is a sense of kind of like going it on your own, or seeing people finally seeing the quality of your work. And then Ace of Cups is here. So we have wanting to really be appreciated for how good you are at what you do, right? That's kind of what it is. It could mean that we have 8 of Pentacles in reverse, meaning it's like you feel like you've just been giving it your all. And 8 of Pentacles is here saying you're not enjoying it anymore. Like realizing that you're sort of just doing it for the paycheck or phoning it in. Whatever this relationship is, it feels like you're just phoning it in. And if that's the case, it's because something has gotten way out of control. And what's gotten way out of control is people really taking advantage of just not seeing the quality. Yeah, I'm telling you, what you guys are sick of this week is done. It's got no hope at all. Why is the Ace of Cups here though? It's like you've been working really hard to keep other people happy, to keep somebody else happy. It's interesting because Virgo got a similar reading last week, and now the Hermit has shown up. There could be a Virgo here that you're dealing with. So you know what this would mean? Micromanaging. So somebody in your life, it may be you, has become a micromanager of things. And the reason why is because they're scared to lose those things. I'm gonna break it down for you right now. Whoever, I'll show you the cards. Whoever is micromanaging your life, or if you're micromanaging somebody else's life, it's not going to be tolerated. They're done. They're tired of it. It's because the micromanaging is happening because somebody is afraid to lose something. Somebody is afraid to just let it be on its own. They don't have the faith in it. And yet, for some reason, they're clinging to it. Like, listen, if you don't have faith in something, I'm going to break it down. If you don't have faith in something, if you don't trust it to do what it's supposed to do, or to be the person they promised that they were, if you don't trust them, if you got to micromanage everything, it's because you're scared. You know it's not really yours. I'm gonna say this to you. Anything you're micromanaging, it's because you know it's not really yours. And you feel like if you don't touch everything, then it'll slip through your fingers. And whoever is doing that is about to be gone. They're about to be dumped, and they're about to be crying on their own. And the reason is because the grip was too tight. The grip was too tight, and that's why it slips through your fingers. You know, it's like you can't grip water. You've got to make a cup and let it be, and hold it, or build a space for it that it can stay. If you grip it, it just runs right through. And even ice, this is for you, Scorpio, the tighter you grip it, the more pressure you put on it, this is going to melt, and it's going to drip through your fingers too. This is a sense of, if there's something in your relationship, I'll tell you right now, this is the tension. Whether somebody can articulate it or not, it's not the issue, for at least not for me. This is what's going on. So, what to do about it? Well, I think we got the answer. Somebody is done. Or there's just going to be a major blow up this week. Yes, somebody's feeling like the other person isn't contributing much. Knight of Pentacles, and they've gotten really bored with what they do, or with having to work, or in some ways even having to take these like piddly jobs or be an employee when they would rather really be creating and working on their own. You know, it's like the serenity of the sure thing isn't serene anymore. And it's not even about adventure. It's become about wearing thin. It's become about like having lost any interest in what you're doing because it's taking so much energy to run. It's like the gas prices are way up, right? All over the country. You may love that gas guzzler, but the third or fourth time in a week having to fill up for $100, even if you're a billionaire, it's going to start to get into your head like, this is stupid, right? I don't need this shit. That's what I'm talking about. It's like, it's just at a point where it's become so ridiculous. You're like, why am I still juggling this? Because it's draining me just to sustain this. I'm the one, and I'm really channeling for the person who's about to leave. I'm the one who is doing this all. It's like the realization of, holy crap, I've been keeping this going on my own the whole time. There's no contribution on the other side, or if there is, it's nowhere near equal. And ultimately, why am I gripping onto what doesn't want to participate or value me enough? Or have I been stifled? Have I been stifling them to feel like they're not meant to be contributors, to not listen, right? This may not be when it's over, but it's definitely when somebody's willing to walk. If shit don't change. And now what needs to change is real clear. Page of Swords, message comes through. Could be online, internet, email, whatever, but also a sense of finally talking. And it's coming out. It's coming out in little chunks. So it's not like somebody confronts you straightforward, or has been, or it's sort of been coming out in the way that they're talking to you. Or you have been letting things slip. Whoever's doing this, there's a sense of the anger has been there. It's been noticeable, but it's been trickling out instead of just bam, being confronted. And you're ready for the freedom. Because it's like you got a new perspective. You got a new idea. And you want to see if it works. Something else has interested you. And you're starting to see, and that's the real red flag, isn't it? When you start to see yourself interested in things outside of what you committed yourself to. Let's go into the extended, because I know there's so much more to go. I will see you guys there. Link is below or above.